Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my live call tonight. And tonight's call, we will talk about the various reasons why integrity and convictions matter. And if you got any comments or anything like that, feel free to comment below, and I would be more than happy to either acknowledged it before or after the call tonight. And I just want to welcome everyone who is on the call. I want to say you are definitely blessed. And because what we are going to talk about something very, very important, and that is integrity and convictions, because it's something that in business and also in your family life, that if you do not have those things, then it can really cause you to uh, it can really cause a lot of trouble if you don't have those things. So feel free to say and to comment below how being a person, how you are able to uh, become a person that has convictions and integrity. So let's go and start. And I just want to say thank you again for coming on. And so, what are convictions? Convictions are those things where you have a strong belief in something. And when you have those convictions, you're able to really stand firm in what you believe. And, it's like you have a conviction in a certain business practice because it's morally ethical to do and not immoral, that it should not be done. So you have a very strong conviction that this is the right way to do something. So that is your conviction into something. It's your belief system. It's like your religious belief system. Uh, it's your morality, how you use it. I would not have sex outside of marriage, or I would not have. I'm a married man, so I would not go after another woman. Those are strong convictions that are inside of you. And integrity is basically keeping an and making sure that everything is honest. Like you have an honest way about you, and it's how you handle yourself in business and also in family life. So, for example, you have a conflict that comes up. Uh, that really comes up, and you are faced with an issue, right? So you can either take the wrong kind of motive, and you can say, okay, well, this will make me a lot of money if I go this way. But in reality, it's better to be honest, because if I'm honest, then my integrity will be maintained. If I'm not honest, and my integrity gets broken down, and I could lose more customers. So this these are things that we really have to take into consideration when we are doing business, when we're in family life as well. You really have to be able to practice those things. You know, in all honesty, could you make more money by being having less integrity? Yeah, maybe at this very moment you could. In the very near future, yeah, you probably could. But it's going to bite you in the butt. And eventually, what happens is people begin to find out exactly what's going on. And then they began to retreat. And they began to push you away. Because why? Why? Because they don't want to be around somebody who does not have integrity, who does not have a strong conviction. So, don't settle for less. Don't compromise your belief system. If you have a strong belief, a strong Christian belief, don't compromise on that. Don't allow somebody who doesn't have that kind of belief tell you that you are even less than they are. That you have to abide by their rule and by their the way they believe. No, you are who you are, and God made you the way that He wants you to make that you want to be. So stand for a minute. And when you're talking about integrity, we are here to we are we have we the way we practice things is how we are seen toward others. It's our integrity that is really at stake. So some things that I really want to share with some tips that we can really look into. So the best course of action, as I'm saying, is that do what is right, and then let the consequences follow. If you do the right thing, it's better to be honest and face the consequences than to be dishonest and to face even bigger and humongous problems later in life or later in your business. People appreciate honesty and they appreciate if you are being authentic with them. So yeah, having integrity takes a lot of work. Why? Because it's how many times are you tempted to do something that is morally unethical when it comes to business practice, when it comes to family life. There are so many temptations out there that really makes it easy to cut corners. I've been guilty of that, trust me. I've really been guilty of that. And, but we have to be able to look beyond ourselves and really know what we do can greatly affect not only our future and not only the now, but it can greatly affect other people around us as well. So if you really want to set an example, then you must practice your strong convictions. You must maintain your strong convictions, especially when it comes to when the temptations of making lots and lots of money start coming in, like you're building your business, and it's like, if you did it this way a little bit, you cut the corner a little bit, then perhaps you will make this much more. If you tell this person this, then perhaps you will make more. You really get that sell. But what are you doing when you are cutting the corners? You're cheating yourself and you're cheating them. So strong integrity for sure. So one of the ways to maintain your integrity in business and also in your family life, when it comes to your kids, your spouse, is keeping your promises. If you make a promise, keep it. Keep the promise. If you set an appointment, keep that appointment, unless there's an emergency, of course. That's one of the exceptions. But you should really call them and say, hey, listen, I will not be able to make it at this particular time because of this and this. Just don't be a no-show and not inform the person because they would understand. They would really, really understand. And so other things that you could do is beyond keeping your promises to the people, because that also is it's your conviction, right? You stay like whatever you say, you let your yays be yays, your nays be nays, right? You if you tell someone you're gonna be somewhere, you be there unless there's an emergency that comes up. Uh, yes, it goes on with keeping appointments. So you want to you also really want to be comfortable in uh, saying no to somebody, especially if it's something that will uh, cause you harm or cause you to feel like you have compromised something. Like if they say, hey, could we take this package and bypass this person and go straight here? When you know that the company policy or your policy is that no, you should go through here, through the inspections, then you do it the right way. Or let's not tell this person that this happened because if we tell them, they might get really upset with us that their vase got broke, and we shouldn't really. We could just lie about it, and not really say anything at all. No, that's not. That's one, compromising conviction. Two, that's not being a person of integrity. So you really have to be able to tell that person who, if they're trying to convince you to do something wrong, you really have to be able to tell that person, no, no, I am not going to do that. I'm going to maintain my, uh, I'm really going to maintain what I do. So I really apologize about the buffering. I'm not sure why it is buffering. Maybe I'll try a different system next time. So you want to examine how you react in knee-jerk reactions as well. So when you are talking about, um, like when you look at things and you see how it's reacting, then like if you're always uh, getting angry quickly, that could also compromise your integrity as well, and also cause you to be uh, having less trust as well. Uh, you really also need to be able to polish your communication skills. You don't want to say things that would be offensive to somebody. You say the wrong thing, it can really set them off, right? So you want to say in such a way that will be able to have them understand what it is that you're trying to relate to them. Because that's if you were to tell that person, "Oh my goodness, you are, uh, I can't believe you just did that. You're such a blankety blank." Well, that's not gonna get you a great response, and that's gonna get you to lose your integrity a little bit. Also, if you have a strong conviction, especially if you're a Christian and you start doing something like that, we all fail, by the way. We're all imperfect. But, at that moment, you could have caused yourself a big, big issue. So, uh, yeah, so, you really have to look at yourself and really see what is right uh, and be able to really you really need to be able to look at yourself and know that the convictions that you have are very, very important. So, and also your integrity is it's always on the line. If you compromise your integrity and your convictions, then you will never be able to uh, be somebody great because God will not bless you anyway with that. So that's all I have for tonight. I'm sorry for the buffering. I don't know why it's buffering on Facebook. Uh, Maybe it was the system I'm using. I don't know. So I think next time I will use a different type of system and see what happens from there. And it could be anything. Also, it could be the internet connection. So feel free to comment below. Tell me about how you are able to maintain your conviction, what keeps you there, how you're able to maintain your integrity. Is there any examples that you want to share as well? You're more than welcome to do so. You could visit chadallen.pro. That's my blog. You can there will be another video there about conviction from Dr. Dave McCallum, the Maximize Leadership course. So you can watch that. And if you want to learn more about my business and what I do, comment below, message me, PM me. I'd be more than happy to tell you exactly what it is. And I look forward to working with you in the future. And I thank you for being on my Facebook Live. I will see you tomorrow. You take care. Bye bye.